Hi everybody. I know it's been a long time, no excuse. Um, been obsessing over a game instead of doing good stuff like this. This is a card that I made the other day, and for some reason, again obsessing, I have been into feathers like crazy. And it's funny because it seems like everybody over at the Craft Shack or crafters community has been too, because that's all I see lately is feathers, feathers, feathers. So I wanted to show you real quick how you can do how you can make a feather without any dye set or anything else. Now obviously you could draw one out, which I have done to give myself an example. I mean, all those are really light, but whoops, you don't need my brother's phone number. Anyways, um, but basically the first thing I do is I draw where the shaft is going to be. I cut where the shaft is going to be, and then I just basically do it. I do a basic shape. Okay, now everybody knows around what feathers look like. Okay, you got a feather. Now that's boring. So if you wanted to follow a regular feather shape, usually they've got some frayed quills down here, and the thing is that they are not uniform on both sides. So I'm gonna snip out a piece here and just trying to make sure I'm in the picture and go on up, and this I'm looking at one of the ones that I drew from pictures online, and it went in and it went up and it went over like that, and then it went down and up and then in further, and then it went all the way up and around and went down, and then another little gap. So there you have one side, see? And then to make the other side not so symmetrical, I'm going to hack out a piece there, and it went down a little bit, and then it went in. Hack out another piece there, and it went down quite a bit. And then it had a great big gap over here. And then it had a real loose little piece. Actually, that is really curvy. And it had a loose little piece over here and went in. This one went out. And then again, this is probably the frayed part down at the bottom. I'm going to have another little squiggly there, and I'm going to cut way close down here so it won't be symmetrical on the bottom. Let's get those off there. So now you have a more realistic feather shape. Now, obviously I folded these papers. I mean, I folded a whole bunch at first to go ahead and do these. And then if you want to go further, you can either just decorate with this colored pencil, inks, glitter, whatever. You can also go in and notch them. Yeah, it's real tedious. No, it doesn't take long at all. The thing is, you know, do it in front of a TV, whatever you'd like. There we go. Okay, so as I said, I've been obsessing, and most shafts go down, but some of them are curled. I've been obsessing over a game called Neverwinter Nights. It's free on computers, on Windows rather, free on Xbox, and I am just, unfortunately, totally into it, and have been fighting whether, first of all, I had lost my mojo, just did not want to be in my craft room, could not think of anything I wanted to do in here, and then second of all, I got into the game. I got my mojo back, and I'm still fighting myself trying to get in here. Okay, we've got one side done. Wow, wasn't it hard? Took a long time. Not. Then we're gonna just try and curve these a little better. A lot of times they curve in. And reach over and swish that so I don't end up with not a video. Have my computer go to sleep on me. Wouldn't that be fun? So I hope you guys have been doing really good. Yeah, it's really funny because I talked to Sandra Artfully Made. Check out her channel if you want to get some gorgeous stuff. And she has some beautiful things for sale on Society 6. Anyway, she's a stamp carver like I am, which is going to be my next video in the next few minutes. And I talked to her about what she would do to carve a feather. Well, she ended up carving a feather with a bunch of other people the other day. So I will be doing that in the next few minutes and posting a video. Let's see if I can do that without cutting the other one off. Wow, guys, we have a feather without having to. Here, let me zoom in. We have a feather without having to have a die. There, that's better. Now, of course, like I said, what you can do is, there it is. Sorry about the crinkling. Should have taken the ink out of here first. You can decorate it with mica. You can decorate it with whatever you'd like. Glitter, glitter glue, my little metallic rub-ons. Let me switch that before we lose not having a video. Don't have a video again. And I am just making sure I have the edges fairly well inked up. And yes, that is an old piece of sponge, so I am having pieces of sponge fly everywhere. Sorry about that. So I've got that. Now, if I want to, and I know it's already metallic and shiny, it's just some painted up paper I had, but let's add a little silver to it. I'm going to add some right there, right up and down the center, on the edge. Just give it a little bit extra. And, how about a yellow? A yellow gold. Ooh, that looks pretty with that copper. And if I wanted to, and sorry about hitting the camera right there, if I wanted to, I could go in with some colored pencil with that, and then I'll probably put some glitter glue. I've got it facing me again. I could probably put some glitter glue on that and put it together. Now, that's what I did on this, as you can probably see a little better. Hubby said the feathers didn't stand out enough, and I sort of agree. I used a gold Krylon pen around the outside, and I should have put the black on too. So for this one, which I'm not crazy about these two feathers, I'll admit it, but this one I decided to finally look at a picture of a feather and went a little bit, natural. Let me back that up a little bit. Sorry. Okay. So for this card, I'll put this card together right in front of you. Let's move that out of the way so I'm not sliding all over the place. Okay, got my glue. I have a jelly print. If you don't know what a jelly print is, there are jelly plates out there by several different companies. I have one of the bigger ones. I can't remember, 14 by 9 or something like that. They come all the way down to tiny little ones that you can also, you can use like stamps. Okay, now I've got that on. Let me squish it around. It's one of the nice things about using wet glue is you can move it, adjust it. Okay, so I have that. And I have another piece that I've run across my jelly plate. And I'm going to, again, I used the gold rub-ons on that. And lined it with ink the edges. Excuse me. Trying to, and this is going to be upside down, so it's facing me, and I need to get something along the edge here because I did not get along the glue along there. All right, and hopefully I didn't put so much on that it's going to squish out. And if it does, just like I just did right there, of course, that's going to be covered up a little bit. But if it does, you know, they have the Krylon erasers, Krylon glue erasers. Well, hubby suggests I put the good one on the back because it pops up out against the jelly print better. And then this one, and then this one. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to overlap the bottoms, but keep them raised because I want to tie on something, and I forgot to get out my glue, my glue dots. That's the word I want. I woke up at 5 this morning, tried to get back to sleep, just did not make it. And I can reach for the glue dots then. And I didn't grab the glitter either, which I can reach for. Okay, so I'm going to overlap these, and I'm going to make sure these shafts are down at the bottom. And I will add some glitter glue to this later on. You don't need to, I mean, I think everybody knows how to put on glitter glue. So, there are those three. And what I'm going to do, and I won't bother grabbing the glue dot right now, is I'll put a glue dot under here. I'm going to tie these shafts. Let's get the thing down. And yes, I only put glue down the center of the feathers because I had trimmed them out. Make sure I've got that swished. Okay, now this is the hardest part of all for me. I'm going to take this gold thread. Aha! Now, for the real hard part is getting a bow. Any here? Yeah, this is what took the longest. And I will trim off the edges. I'll pull these back, trim off the edges, and I will put a smattering of glue right on top of that and put some glitter on it. Okay. Whoops. Got glue strings. Let me grab that glitter. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, my glitter is contaminated with a bunch of gold leafing, but you know, it could be a lot worse. A lot worse things to be contaminated by. So there, of course, like I said, I'll trim this off. I'll put a glue dot underneath to make sure those other parts stay. And you have a card, and I'll put some glitter glue on there, but you don't need to see that. Like I said, you know how to do that. I'll be back on after I get this posted and put up a brand new one on carving a feather stamp. Hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you for joining me, and if you like the video, subscribe and give it a like. Thank you. Bye.